Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Rumors have started spreading through the NFL backstage after an explosive statement by Caleb Williams went viral on social media, and the reaction from the sports community has been anything but subtle. According to sources that have not yet been confirmed, the quarterback allegedly stated in a very definitive manner that if a certain player were to return to the Bears roster, he would not hesitate to seek an immediate departure. The comment, made during a private conversation that somehow leaked, has already sent shockwaves through speculation circles regarding potential internal tensions within the team. What makes this statement particularly striking is the intensity of Williams' words, which are far from what one would expect from a player trying to maintain diplomatic relations with teammates or management. A remark like this from a young but incredibly talented athlete could point to a deep fracture in the locker room that no one had openly acknowledged until now. Sports analysts have begun debating the possible impact on the team's preparations for the upcoming season, taking into account that a quarterback is not only a field leader but also a central figure influencing team chemistry. The speculation only grows when considering past conflicts between players who compete for spotlight positions or have contrasting play styles, potentially affecting management decisions and trade possibilities. Anonymous sources close to the team claim that the atmosphere during training sessions has changed noticeably over recent months, with certain players exchanging glances that suggest tension far beyond typical rivalry. This is not merely a matter of ego or personal preference, but rather differences in leadership style and vision regarding how the team should perform in critical situations. Caleb Williams, known for his determination and strong personality, appears unwilling to tolerate any circumstances he perceives as detrimental to his career or to the offensive dynamic he considers ideal. Rumors indicate that the presence of a specific player, whose return has been quietly discussed in the background, will be the trigger for Williams to explore alternative options in the market. Potential destinations for him have already been whispered in fan forums and insider columns, though nothing has been officially confirmed. The situation places additional pressure on the Bears management, which must balance retaining key talent with handling individual egos and expectations, a challenging equation that rarely has straightforward solutions. Within the NFL world, statements of this kind have the potential to set off a chain reaction, from sports media coverage to debates and betting speculation across social media platforms. Fans, accustomed to intense rivalries, are now faced with the prospect of an internal conflict that could reshape the Bears' future. Furthermore, every training session and every play in the coming months may now be scrutinized through a lens of tension and rumor. Analysts are already hypothesizing how the coaching staff might intervene, whether by mediating discussions, adjusting lineups, or making strategic decisions to avoid public confrontations. Psychological factors become increasingly relevant because Williams' motivation could be influenced by perceived threats in his working environment, which in turn could impact the performance of the entire team. Complicating matters further, fans are starting to take sides, either supporting the quarterback or anticipating the return of the player whose presence supposedly triggers Williams' potential exit, turning this into a heated topic of public discussion. Meanwhile, speculation about potential future negotiations has intensified, creating added pressure on the Bears' front office, which appears to face a difficult choice: maintain the current structure and risk discontent from a young talent, or anticipate possible departures to prevent public conflicts. This tension extends beyond the technical side of the team. Contracts, salaries, and performance bonuses are all in play, turning the rumor into both a financial and strategic matter that could influence market decisions in the coming months. It is clear that statements like Williams do not emerge out of nowhere, and many analysts believe there were already signs of strain perceived by those closely following the daily life of the locker room. The NFL's history of controversial negotiations shows that even a single misinterpreted or leaked comment can accelerate processes already in motion. And in this case, the scenario seems poised to become a complete drama. The magnitude of Williams' statement also raises speculation about the influence of agents and advisors in shaping the quarterback's decisions. Sources suggest that professionals close to him are evaluating alternative scenarios if the situation evolves into a definitive rupture. This includes not only the possibility of a trade to another team, but also strategies to maximize his market value and protect his public image in the media and among fans. The discussion becomes even more intense considering that the Bears are a high-profile franchise, and any movement involving a prominent player quickly turns into a matter of national interest. Williams' ability to generate attention cannot be underestimated, and any team considering a potential acquisition would have to weigh both the risks and rewards, understanding that acquiring him could bring both talent and drama. Finally, the rumor surrounding Caleb Williams' potential exit creates a narrative of tension that goes far beyond simple speculation. The psychological impact on teammates, coaching staff, and even the fan base creates an unpredictable scenario in which every decision could be crucial for the franchise's future. While the player whose return supposedly triggers Williams' threat has not officially rejoined the roster, the buzz continues to grow, with NFL insiders closely monitoring each statement, training session, and backstage move that might hint at an imminent outcome. The coming weeks are expected to be decisive, and speculation about Caleb Williams has transformed into a hot topic, fueling theories, predictions, and intense debates among fans and sport professionals alike. Tension hangs heavily in the air, and the uncertainty surrounding the situation leaves everyone on high alert, as if every single step could potentially change the course of the season. As the rumor of Caleb Williams' possible departure continues to circulate, speculation about the ripple effects within the Bears organization intensifies. Observers have started to dissect how this tension could affect not only the locker room, but also the front office and coaching decisions, creating a web of potential consequences that no one can ignore. If Williams were to leave, it would not simply be a matter of filling a quarterback slot. The team would face a delicate challenge of maintaining morale, ensuring cohesion, and redefining leadership hierarchies. The psychological dynamics within the group could shift dramatically, particularly if other players are perceived to have caused or contributed to the conflict. Fans and analysts are already theorizing that a domino effect might occur, with trades, contract renegotiations, and shifts in team strategy becoming unavoidable. Speculation extends beyond practical logistics to cultural and emotional aspects, with the locker room atmosphere potentially changing from focused and collaborative to charged and tense, impacting practice intensity, communication between players, and even on-field performance. The mere anticipation of a high-profile exit can create anxiety, distractions, and divisions that may persist even if the situation is eventually resolved internally. Industry insiders suggest that Williams' statement could also spark a wider conversation about team identity and direction. If management decides to retain the returning player while risking the loss of a key quarterback, questions about organizational priorities could emerge, raising concerns among fans, sponsors, and league observers. The media, of course, will have a field day, analyzing every interaction, facial expression, and decision, turning even minor developments into trending narratives. Meanwhile, the Bears coaching staff might face unprecedented scrutiny as they attempt to balance talent retention with team harmony, navigating a landscape where loyalty, performance, and personality clashes are all in play simultaneously. In such an environment, every practice, play call, and lineup adjustment is seen not only as a technical decision, but also as a symbolic gesture that may signal the team's stance on internal conflicts. Analysts speculate that this could lead to experimental strategies, unconventional rotations, or even bold trade offers aimed at preemptively resolving tension before it escalates into a public crisis. Social media, of course, amplifies every rumor, with fans dissecting Caleb Williams' every public comment, post, and interview for hidden meanings. The situation has already generated a wave of speculation about potential destinations for Williams if he does indeed leave the Bears, ranging from top-tier contenders to teams seeking a transformative quarterback presence. Analysts argue that even whispers of his departure could affect ticket sales, merchandising, and brand perception, highlighting the commercial stakes tied to what began as a locker room issue. Beyond financial implications, the narrative also taps into human psychology. Fans often become emotionally invested in perceived conflicts, choosing sides and projecting expectations onto the athletes themselves. The conversation around Williams now blends performance speculation with storytelling drama, transforming simple sports reporting into a multi-layered narrative about loyalty, ego, and ambition. In this sense, the rumor has transcended the football field, becoming both a cultural phenomenon and a test of organizational strategy, forcing the Bears to consider consequences far beyond immediate wins and losses. The potential fallout of this scenario extends into the team's drafting and recruitment strategies. Scouts and analysts speculate that if Williams departs, the Bears may need to accelerate plans to find a quarterback capable of matching his skill set, potentially impacting upcoming drafts or free agency decisions. Simultaneously, returning players whose presence might have triggered Williams' discontent could be scrutinized for their compatibility with the evolving roster. Management may find itself in a delicate balancing act, attempting to maintain competitive advantage while preventing internal fractures from worsening. Even veteran players might find their roles redefined, with leadership positions potentially reassigned to stabilize morale and prevent further tension. In this hypothetical chain of events, every decision made in the coming months could be amplified by public perception, media attention, and internal responses, creating a high-stakes environment in which a single misstep might escalate speculation into a full-blown crisis. Analysts are already considering multiple contingency plans, from mid-season trades to strategic mentorship assignments, all aimed at maintaining cohesion while protecting the team's broader objectives. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Adding another layer of complexity, Caleb Williams' management team and agents are reportedly closely monitoring the situation, preparing strategies to maximize leverage and public perception in case negotiations or trades become necessary. This includes media positioning, potential destinations, and contractual clauses that could safeguard Williams' career trajectory while keeping options open. Industry insiders emphasize that the timing of any public statement, training session performance, or reported interaction with teammates could dramatically influence the narrative, tipping fan sentiment and press coverage in one direction or another. The presence of influential advisors adds strategic depth to the scenario, as they can shape both internal discussions and external communications to strengthen Williams' position. At the same time, the Bears management must anticipate these moves, carefully weighing each decision to maintain organizational authority and minimize the risk of appearing reactive or unstable. Analysts note that in high-profile cases like this, perception often matters as much as reality, with every publicized rumor potentially reshaping the story before the facts are confirmed. Finally, the entire episode surrounding Caleb Williams highlights how quickly a single statement can ripple across an entire franchise and fan base. From locker room dynamics to management strategy, social media discourse, and league-wide attention, the potential consequences are vast and multifaceted. The uncertainty surrounding the situation fuels speculation at every level, prompting discussion, debate, and theorizing from fans, pundits, and industry insiders alike. Whether Williams ultimately decides to stay or leave, the conversation has already shifted the narrative around the Bears, emphasizing personality clashes, strategic priorities, and the delicate balance between talent retention and team cohesion. As the rumor continues to circulate, every move by the players, coaches, and management will be scrutinized, amplified, and interpreted, creating a dynamic, unpredictable story that feels more like a drama series than a sports update. In the world of modern sports, such moments demonstrate how closely personal dynamics, performance, and public perception intertwine, turning speculation into a powerful driver of attention, debate, and anticipation. Finally, the potential consequences of this drama extend into the future, influencing not just immediate decisions, but long-term planning. If Swift follows through on his statement, the Bears will need to recalibrate their strategy, whether through trades, draft moves, or contract adjustments. Conversely, if the situation resolves internally, it could signal a new chapter of player management and leadership within the organization. Either way, the speculation surrounding Swift and Mack has already captured national attention, creating a story that blends performance, personality, and power in a way that few other narratives achieve. League insiders continue to monitor developments closely. Fans remain fervently engaged, and the Bears sit at the center of a complex web of rumor, strategy, and potential upheaval. As the NFL rumor mill churns, one thing is certain. This story is far from over, and every decision made in the coming months will be magnified under the glare of public and media scrutiny, making it one of the most compelling sagas of the season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.